Depending on the kit you have or the lay of the land, you may not be able to do that, but remember, you're going to be more consistent on target and be able to get back on target faster with follow-up shots if you have the magazine on the ground. In addition, from my experience, it does not cause malfunctions. If it does in your weapon, you need to get a new gun. Reason being, if you go prone, you can never guarantee that your magazine won't be on the ground. So elbow, elbow, magazine. Positive pressure straight back in the shoulder, as always. You may have to adjust the length of pull with your buttstock, depending on the kit you're wearing, but you want to always have positive pressure straight to the rear. When you get down behind the gun with your cheek weld, you want to try to keep the dot in the center 50% of the field of view. I like to think of this red dot like a donut. And you want to always have the dot in the donut hole. If you get the dot out in the outer ring, what would normally be the donut, that's where you're going to see parallax, if at all. So I pull the gun straight back in my shoulders. Now, as far as your feet position with this .223 caliber carbine, honestly, you could have your legs twisted up like a pretzel, and it's not going to make that big a difference on target as long as you have positive pressure straight back in the shoulder. Remember, when you break the shot, remember your trigger control, as always. And reset the trigger during recoil, so when you're back on target, you're ready to shoot again. Going hot. Now notice, I set myself up so when the gun recoiled, it came right back on target. You don't want the gun just floating in front of you. You want to control the gun. That'll allow you to get back on target quicker and be able to scan and engage multiple targets. This is one of your primary positions. Learn it. Okay, we're out here on the Drake Landing rifle deck. I got my good bro Ken Hackerthorn, and we're going to do a little side-by-side comparison. Sturmgewehr G36, the two classic German assault rifles. The G3's out of the mix because it's actually a battle rifle chambered in 7.62 NATO. The series of events is similar to what we did before with the subguns. We have full auto bursts on the two 12x12 steel. We have an accuracy test on the MGM silhouettes. And then we're going to do a reload test on the last MGN silhouette. Okay, unlike the subgun test, Ken and I are going to break up our burst in a 2 to 3 round short burst. We both have 12 rounds on our gun. We're using it here at 15 yards because we both agree this is about max effective for an assault rifle in burst mode. Beyond this, you're kind of wasting ammo. Okay, so what we're looking at here, Sturmgewehr 7.92 Kurz. Ken's going to go first on his 12x12, and then I'm going to go with the G36 5.56 millimeter.
Okay.
Ready, bro?
You got it.
Up. Ken, excellent. I don't think you missed a shot.
Yeah, controllability, cyclic rate-wise, very easy to shoot, short burst. This is how you do with the modern-day equivalent of a German assault rifle.
Okay. Whenever you get ready.
Ready? And up. Actually, very good, Larry. They're all there.
They're all there. Now, a couple things. The gun has a tendency to want to climb high, and I made damn sure I kept it to 2-shot bursts. If it was 3 shots, it'd have been off the top of the plate.
And actually, you could argue that even with this. 2 shots, pretty easy to keep on a 12 to 12. By the time you get to 3 or more, you're probably going to lose shots off target.
Well, and what's interesting, our shots very similar. You could argue my burst's a little bit tighter, but I'm shooting 5.56 NATO. You're shooting 7.92 Kurz.
Right.
62 grain bullet, 124 grain bullet.
As a matter of fact, if you look, your lower groups were the first shot of the burst, the top groups were the second burst.
Yep.
Okay, in mine, this gun has a tendency more to go climb to the right, yours tends to climb up. So you can see my first shot's on the left side of the target, my second round of the burst tends to be on the right side because this gun has a tendency to pull to the right a bit.
Absolutely. Now, overall did real well. Ken and I have been doing this for a while. That's why we're on TV. That's a clue. Now, if you were to go back another 5 to 10 yards or try to make this a 3 or a 4-shot burst, trust me, it would get ugly no matter who's pulling the trigger. Okay, magazine drill. Burst, reload, burst. Ken and I are both going to do it. Sturmgewehr versus G36. We both have 3 rounds to start in the gun. After the reload, we're going to do a 3-shot burst. We'll time it, see how it shakes. All right, Ken, you ready?
Yeah, I want you to do a little cobalt moment here for me.
Okay, dude. Shooter's ready. Stand by. Up. 7-8 seconds. Overall, not too bad. How did the reload go for you?
It went pretty smooth. As you know, the fact that the bolt doesn't lock, it's kind of like an AK. I still got to rack it by the time I get another magazine in.
Right.
You got a bit of advantage. Yours locks back, but you've also got to reach up to release it.
Yep.
So let's see how it shakes for you. I'll time you. All right, is the shooter ready? Stand by and up. Actually about 7 seconds, about the same.
About the same. Now, you and I hadn't practiced that much with it. We could definitely get smoother. But one thing is the fact that my bolt locks to the rear is not much of an advantage over that Sturmgewehr due to the fact I got to come all the way up here to release the charging handle.
Yeah, I mean, the stroke as far as coming up and pulling back, it's about the same. It's kind of a wash.
It's kind of a wash, I would agree. Yeah. Ken, to summarize here, we've both spent a lot of time with the G36. Both have shot it quite a bit, taught with it, and overall not a bad gun. Not necessarily our first pick. You and I would both take a properly dressed out M4 over a G36, but overall good gun.
Yeah, hallelujah. I mean, my experience with it has been that, quite honestly, it's got some great design features, but from an end user standpoint, there's probably a couple of weapon systems that I would prefer.
That is a kick-ass piece.
Oh, by anybody's standards, even today. Not a bad piece of kit to have with you.
Yep. Mama always told you to study your history.
Get nasty, Larry.
And over the last half hour, we gave you a good overview of the history of the German assault rifle. It's important because it all started with this gun, including the M4 we use today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. We'll see you right back here on Tactical Arms.